How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into 14P Fantasy. I am your host, Justin Wright. Today, we are talking 5 moves to make for Week 14. Obviously, we are in the final week of the regular season, gearing up into the fantasy playoffs here. Hopefully, if you've been watching us, paying attention, you are in your playoffs, you're getting ready, you're making final roster tweaks really as you try to guess how these playoffs are going to play out for you. So this is a big week. Again, you're going to try to find guys that have a soft schedule coming up maybe. Maybe you're picking up defenses for 2-3 weeks in advance now. So it's just something to be aware of. Start thinking about those moves, looking ahead, past, just week 15. Look into the semis and the finals just in case you do make it there. All right, guys, though, before we get into it, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us over on Twitter. We got both handles above and below there. If you got questions, comments, drop them below. We'll obviously answer what we can when we can. All right, let's get into it. Number 1 on the list, we have KJ Osborn. Obviously, Adam Thielen is down. He has a high ankle sprain and should miss time. Is it a guarantee? No, but we all anticipate it. People smarter than me anticipate him to miss time. And we saw KJ Osborn step up in his place. And now, again, the matchup against Pittsburgh is not great. It's not bad. You're not avoiding it by any means. So he is immediately playable, which does bring me to our second move of the week to play. And that is KJ Osborn. Start KJ Osborn. He comes in as a very viable flex. And right now he's going to see volume. This season, he has seen 6+ targets 4 times. He has broken 14 points in 3 of 4 games. So again, is he a sky high, go for 25 points kind of guy? Maybe not. But again, if you're looking for what seems to be a high floor in a good offense, honestly, the Vikings, they struggle every freaking week. They just lost to Detroit, but Kirk Cousins has this team scoring points and scoring fantasy points. So that is a huge piece of this. So if I have KJ Osborn, I'm going to look to him as a potential flex play, depending obviously on who you have on bye, who's missing with injuries. Maybe Keenan Allen does miss time. You could play KJ Osborn in his place. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, moving on to number 3. We have cut Courtland Sutton, and I get it. This is only for redraft. Let me be clear. If you're watching this video, you're not cutting him in Dynasty. In fact, go check out our buy sell video that's going to be coming out later. He's on there. But Courtland Sutton right now, since Jerry Jeudy has come back, has not caught more than 2 passes in a game, has not scored a touchdown, has not broken 40 yards. It's as bad as humanly possible. And honestly, I get it if you want to wait and see how this Detroit game plays out. Maybe he gets right, but even then, there's no way you can trust Courtland Sutton going into the fantasy playoffs. The schedule is not ideal. He has the Raiders and the Chargers to close out, the fantasy playoffs, and I don't really trust him in those situations. So it's tough. Maybe you cut him for KJ Osborn, especially moving forward. I'm more comfortable playing KJ Osborn over Courtland Sutton in, similar matchups. That's just where I'm at. Courtland Sutton was great. Jeudy has come back and just completely obliterated his value. All right, moving on to number 4. We have Russell Gage. Russell Gage, the last 6 or 7 games, he's got two just absolute duds, as in 2 0-point games, a game with 9.9, and then the other 3 have been phenomenal. Back-to-back great games, over 15 points, just beat 20 this week. Russell Gage is only owned in 50% of leagues, 55% of leagues, depending on where you play. And right now, he looks like an every week viable flex. Him and KJ Osborn are in that same category. And honestly, I'd prefer Russell Gage to KJ Osborn because of the volume. He's coming off of 12 targets, and I don't think KJ Osborn can get there. Obviously, Russell Gage is the de facto number 1 while Calvin Ridley continues to miss time here. So Russell Gage is a nice volume play, high floor potentially, barring the 2 straight up freaking 0 points. But Russell Gage needs to be owned. Give me Russell Gage and KJ Osborn over Courtland Sutton without any hesitation. I'm not even thinking about that. All right, guys, and on to our last move here. This one's gross. I'm going back to Cam Newton. I am going to start Cam Newton against the Atlanta Falcons. That is the only reason I am starting Cam Newton. Joe Brady is now gone, which I think is a terrible decision. That's something completely different. Matt Rule's, I think, is getting canned. He's trying to save his job at this point. But Cam Newton's going to be the starter. PJ Walker may play, they said, but it's Cam Newton's team right now. The dual threat ability is always there. I do not anticipate him having one of the worst passing performances of all time again. And again, he dominates in the red zone. He is a effective runner still and has good weapons on the outside. I'm going to trust Cam Newton as a top 12 quarterback again. I'm just going to go back to this. I'm going to start all dual threat quarterbacks. We just saw Taysom Hill throw 4 interceptions, score 24 fantasy points. That is very much in Cam Newton's wheelhouse. You know, we saw it the week before where he broke 20 points, looked all world, looked to be Cam Newton again. So he still has it somewhere inside of him. So if you have Cam Newton or he's sitting on waivers, you're trying to stream to get into the playoffs, I'm going to trust Cam as a top 12 QB this week. All right, everybody, that is all I have for you. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us over on Twitter. Drop questions, comments, anything like that. If you have it, like the video, that'd be great. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.